Emotional day in court as the family members of two murdered teenagers from Westland came face to face with the accused killers.
Jacob Kudla and Jordan Bobish were shot execution style in Detroit back in 2012.
7 Action News investigator Heather Catala joins us live from downtown, and it sounds like things really got tense in the courtroom as these people met today. Heather.
That's right. It was a very difficult day in court as the family members who've been fighting for justice for 2 years in this case had to relive the horrible events of 2012 during the testimony today.
Sorry, Your Honor, but he's winking at me. I'm going to leave the courtroom.
Jacob Kudla's cousin and aunt left a Detroit courtroom furious today, saying one of the men accused of killing Jacob was making lewd gestures at the aunt. 18-year-old Jacob and his friend 17-year-old Jordan Bobish were found shot to death, execution style, in a Detroit field 2 years ago. 23-year-old Philando Hunter, also known as Lando, and 25-year-old Frederick Young, who goes by the nickname Locke, are charged with torturing and murdering the teenagers from Westland. During a preliminary examination, the judge asked that we not show the witnesses' faces as they described a drug deal gone terribly wrong inside a home on Detroit's east side back in 2012.
Was it the two white boys that were looking to purchase drugs?
Yes.
Okay. What happens at that point?
They got robbed.
I heard the white boys kind of panic, like, what's going on, what's happening? And they just like, shut up, you know.
Who is they?
They, I'm scared, like, Locke and Lando, like, shut up.
You heard both Locke and Lando say shut up?
Yes.
What did the white boys do in response to that?
They were still pleading, like, whatever you want, just take it, we could just leave.
The witnesses said the suspects hit one of the teens with a gun. Then they took the teens' clothes from them and marched them to a car outside.
And you were able to see these two white boys getting into the trunk of the car?
Yes.
Kudla and Bobish's family members sobbed throughout the testimony and wore armbands to remember the young men.
You hope for closure, but I don't think you're ever going to get closure unless he comes back home and you know the answer to that.
Hopefully, obviously.
At times, the first witness who took the stand was extremely difficult on the stand. The defense pointing out several times that his statements were inconsistent. But so far, the second witness seems to be backing up what he described. And of course, there are many more witnesses to come. This exam will continue next week. Reporting live at the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice in downtown Detroit, I'm Heather Catala, 7 Action News.